All right, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening at 9 o'clock p.m. here, at least here in the Eastern Standard Time. I just saw coming over the wire that Argentina is now, I guess, going to be facing Germany in the World Cup. So I appreciate you coming here tonight, and as you saw in my emails, the reason why I asked you and I invited my guest here, and I'll introduce them in just a moment, invited you tonight is because I wanted you to be able to look at other streams of income than just offline marketing. And I don't think there's a better partner out there and a better platform to look at that than Amazon. And I've seen a number of different offers related to Kindle publishing and Amazon, making money on Amazon over the last couple of years. And I haven't promoted any of them, but when I saw the opportunity to bring my guest on here, Ty Cohen, and his one of his best students and now partners, who I've also met personally, Tom Jandula, they'll both be talking here in just a moment. I just couldn't miss the opportunity to do that. So what you're going to see tonight is a three-step system. This was created by somebody, I think, and I've met Ty now a couple of times. We were just talking about all the places we met. One of the brightest minds in the internet marketing industry, and his name is Ty Cohen. And now he's put together a pretty straightforward system for making money with Amazon's Kindle. I've got a couple of, actually, 3 bestsellers on Amazon Kindle. But it's so simple. And I can tell you, you know, I had to learn this on my, I didn't have this program, so I had to learn this on my own and figure it out. But it's so simple that a 14-year-old can do it, and in fact, he's tested it on his own daughter. So what Ty did was, in addition to giving you the best information, and he's going to be sharing a lot of, you know, how to do this tonight. He's partnered with Tom, and we actually met at Mario's event out in San Diego beginning of the year. Or maybe it was last year. I can't remember. He's had another. I guess it was whenever his first event was. There's so many of them. But Tom and Ty are going to present his system to you tonight. So working with Ty, Tom has coached and trained some of the world's most successful people. Today he's going to show you how to make money using his system and Amazon Kindle. And so, Tom, welcome to the presentation, and I appreciate having you here to share Ty's system and this gold mine of an opportunity. So I'm going to hand it over to you. Everybody get ready to take notes, and I'm very fascinated by this. I want to learn about it too, because everybody who knows me knows I'm into multiple streams of income, so I'm very interested in what Tom and Ty are going to share with us. So Tom, take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff, for that introduction. It's very kind of you, mate. And I'm really excited. Thank you for inviting us on here today. I'm really looking forward to sharing some really cool stuff, or at least I think it's very cool, so I hope you guys will as well. Before we get going, I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay, though. So I did a webinar the other day, and my screen wasn't changing. No one could hear me, so I want to make sure that we get off on the right foot here. So if you guys could just put in the chat box, if you can hear an English accent coming through your speakers loud and clear at the moment, then please put yes in the chat box. Also, if you are looking at a lady on the beach, sitting on the beach, reading a Kindle device as well, if you could just maybe put YY in the chat box, just so that we can, so that we know you guys can see and hear me okay and see my screen and make sure we're looking at the right screen. Pat says no. Pat, so obviously, Pat, again, he's being funny and you can hear me. But are you seeing the lady on the beach? Michael says yes. Not seeing a lady on the beach. Not seeing a lady on the beach. Okay, this is interesting. See, I'm glad I asked this, because this is what happened the other day. Let's try this again. Let's see what's going on here, guys. Thank you very much for putting that in the chat box. Bear with me. All right, how about now? Are we seeing a lady on the beach now? My screen says showing. Everything looks good. Yes! Yes, everyone's saying yes. Deborah says no, but I think Sarita says yes, everyone's on the beach and fine. Larry says yes. Michael, yes. All right, cool. Well, if anything doesn't change, then let me know. All right, well, while we still got some people piling in here, which is awesome. And while we wait for those, I just want to say to you guys, thank you so much, for being on here. Whether I was about to say tonight, because where I am, I'm on the East Coast, so it is evening time for me. But wherever it is, wherever this is reaching you, morning, afternoon, thank you for being here. And I know that there's a lot of other things that you guys could be doing right now, other than being here and listening to me. So I want to say that I really appreciate the fact that you have given up probably be about 90 minutes, an hour and a half of your time this evening. And I want to let you know that I am, acutely aware that I believe it's my responsibility to make sure that this is worth every minute you spend here. So I'm going to try and make this the most entertaining and information jam-packed webinar that you've been on all year. So it's going to be a big, tall order, but what I promise is there's going to be lots of actionable content. So please take lots of notes, because my goal is for you to be able to go and do this stuff immediately after the webinar and start making money on Amazon. Just like Jeff said, he's got just 2 or 3 books up there and they're making him money, and you're going to see you really can make a lot of money. And the best part is it can all be outsourced, so you don't have to be a writer or anything else, as you'll hear. As you'll see, I'm certainly not a writer. So with all that being said, let's dive into this. We will have a Q&A, by the way, at the end if you would like. I'm going to try and stay on point with the presentation. I'll ask a few questions, but if you do have questions, then write them down. I'll be more than happy to stay on for as long as you like and hang out with you guys at the end and answer all your questions and have some fun. So if that's cool with everyone, let's dive in and get going with this. Okay, so first of all, very briefly, I'm going to be mercifully brief here about telling you about me, but just so that you can put a face to the voice. This is me down here. You can see speaking, Tom Yandula. That's me, and that's how you spell my name. So you can look me up on Facebook. I'm a real person. So this is my wife, Jackie. Here with that picture on the left where we're looking very smart. We're at a wedding back in England, last England, and the other one on the right, we're actually in, where were we? I think we were in St. Thomas, actually. So it's one of the beautiful things about what I'm going to share with you this evening is that you can literally travel and all this, you make money, your business makes money literally while you're on planes, while you're on the beach, wherever you want to be, which is really cool. So the important things to know about me, the cliff notes, are when I got started online, I really struggled. And I tried a lot of different products and had a lot of frustrations, mainly because my technical skills are limited, to be kind to myself, to be nice to myself. They are, I would say, limited, but they're really bad. I can't do the technical stuff, and I bought lots of different products and failed because I'd get stuck. I'd get stuck with the technical stuff. I try and do it myself, and I get completely overwhelmed. So again, you are in the right place tonight if you feel overwhelmed by the technical challenges of having an online business and maybe all the parts that get involved. You'll see this is a really simple 3-step process that we just rinse and repeat. 3-step process, rinse and repeat. I just want to check, guys. Michael says, mouse is moving but nothing on the screen. Guys, can you just double check for me that you are looking at the who I am and why me slide right now. The who I am and why me slide. Yes, everyone's saying yes. Good stuff. Okay, so that's cool. All right, so I'm not sure. Michael's back. Okay, cool. Awesome. So, guys, that's the deal. I lost a lot of money. So if you've invested in lots of stuff and haven't had success, it can change in a heartbeat for you. You do not have to worry. I used to think that I was just going deeper and deeper in debt before I got out, and I really did. I mean, I was in trouble there for a little bit, but it really did. It all changed for me when I met Ty Cohen, who I have to thank for this strategy that I'm going to share with you. See, Ty and I are business partners now, so I'm here to share his strategy with you. So I get to take lots of credit here and be the be the voice that you listen to. But really, Ty is the mastermind behind this, and full credit. It's been quite amazing. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff that he was able to do when he just got started with this, and how this 3-step process came about. Now, Ty went from making no money online, with Amazon, I should say, to making over $30,000 a month. and we've been consistently do 30,000. I'll show you a screenshot of one of the bank accounts just to show you later on. But it's quite incredible what the amount of money that you can generate from what I'm going to share with you. So before we begin, I just want to say one thing. I took this slide out, but the other day someone asked me, what is a Kindle? Like, they didn't actually know what a Kindle was, so I figured I better throw this back in here. So basically, in case you have had your head in the sand for the last 2 years, a Kindle is a portable ebook reader that was developed by Amazon.com that allows its users to be able to shop, download, browse, read ebooks, newspapers, magazines, blogs, reports, and pretty much any type of digital media. All right, so this is a Kindle Fire down here in the right-hand side, as you guys can see. And that's it. Now, I will say this. You do not need to have a Kindle device. I don't own a Kindle. I think Ty does now, but for his kids. I think someone bought some for his kids, but you don't have to. Ty started this without having a Kindle. The good news is there's an app, right? Kindle has an app, so you can actually have an iPad, which is what I have. I have Apple stuff, so I have an iPad, and you can download and read books on there, which is kind of why this has become such a crazy phenomenon of and such an opportunity for us to make a lot of money with. And it's all thanks to this guy. This is Jeff Bezos. So I don't know if you guys know or have seen this, the founder and CEO of Amazon.com, but this is the gentleman whose pockets we have been lining for the last 15 years. And now, thankfully, because of his innovations and forward thinking, we've been able to now, you and I can now reap the benefits of this, which is really quite cool. And basically, just to give you an idea of how successful this Kindle device has been, Jeff Bezos went on record to say that for every 100 physical books that Amazon.com has sold, the company has sold over 200 Kindle ebooks, which is quite astounding considering that the Kindle's only been around for a couple of years. And the very first thing Amazon sold were books, right? So in the space of 2 years, they've not only caught up with the amount of books that Amazon ever sold, but they actually doubled it. So quite incredible amount of people spending an incredible amount of money on these Kindle books, which is great for us. And this isn't just like something within the quote-unquote internet marketing, make money online community. This is something that's been recognized by authors and publishers, all over the world. I mean, it's on every news site you go to. CNN publishes about the ownership of tablet e-readers almost doubles in 1 month. Mashable, which is a tech blog worth about 500 million, I think, says that Amazon sells 1 million Kindle products each week. 1 million Kindle products each week. It's astounding how popular this thing's become. And then your Wall Street Journal said turning Amazon Cash into Kindling, and about how people are making a ton of money with it. And Forbes covered it as well. So all the major publications, and we're not just talking, sort of trashy news media here. We're talking major, highly respected media outlets are talking about people that want to become millionaires because of Kindle. And this particular article is about a girl called Amanda Hocking. Now this here is Amanda Hocking. And she was a 26-year-old girl from Minnesota who is making millions and has made millions of dollars online from Kindle, just from Kindle. And basically she started publishing short stories. She was self-published. She had no particular writing background other than a hobby of writing, and she liked to write stories, but she wasn't like an English major or English literature degree or doctorate or anything like that. She just enjoyed the process of writing, and she started publishing these, self-publishing these short stories, and they became popular, and she has now gone on to make millions of dollars because of Kindle. Same with Stephen Leather, another fellow Brit from the UK. He sells about 2,000 ebooks a day on Kindle. And just to put that into perspective, if you think, like, even if he's just charging $2 for a book, right? $2 for an ebook. That's still $4,000 a day he's making. It's huge amounts of money. Now this makes what Ty and I are doing look like chump change, right? $30,000 in a month looks very, very small compared to what these guys are doing. So the possibilities are endless. And most recently, we have John Locke. he became the first person to sell 1 million Kindle ebooks, and he did it in less than a year. But what's really cool is he did it with just 9 titles, or approximately 9. That's according to Amazon. He did it with just 9 titles. So again, you don't need a library of books to have success with this and really create some life-changing income. And the best part is, as you're going to see, is that it's pretty much a passive income once the work, once you go through these, you just rinse and repeat the 3 steps that I'm going to show with you. So let's have a quick look at some of the money that Ty was able to make when just playing around with this when he got started. It's easy to show you people like John Locke who sold 1 million Kindle ebooks, right? But I want to show you something, what's really potentially feasible for you right now with the stuff you're about to learn. So now, of course, I've got to put this quick disclaimer in here. Of course, everyone's income is going to be different. I cannot guarantee you'll make the same amount of income, right? I think that's pretty obvious. If you do no work and if you don't actually go out and publish any books on Kindle, you're not going to make any money. Okay, so you do have to do some work. This isn't like just some magic quick get rich quick thing, but it is very, very easy, as you will see. All right, so just obviously I'm sure you guys all know and appreciate that. All right, so here is the first check that Ty received from Amazon. Now, you can be paid digitally by Amazon straight into your bank account, which is what we do now. But originally when Ty started, he just had the checks come in, which is kind of fun if you're starting out, right? Just to get that physical check and take a picture of it, or who knows, maybe you just want to frame it and put it up there. But either way, this is what we had. And the first check that came in was for $2,297. Now, that's a pretty nice chunk of change. But what's really cool, that was with 3 ebooks, just 3. Just 3, just like Jeff said, he's got 3 up there. And that was the first one. Now, Ty didn't really know what he was doing. He didn't really apply any clever marketing to this or anything. This was just with the first 3 ebooks that he published, and this was the check that he got. But what's really interesting, the following month, it went up to $2,873. Now, that's a 25% increase. But what's really interesting about that number, although it's not a massive increase, nothing changed. So there was still 3 ebooks in the account, right? There were still 3 ebooks published out on Amazon. Nothing had changed. So just give me an answer here, guys. Let's see what you guys think. What do you think could have caused that jump, that 25% increase, without actually doing anything to the account? There wasn't any more books added, there wasn't anything else. So what do you guys think caused that little spike there, $600 spike in sales? Because it's pretty significant. Also gives me a chance to have a quick sip of water, by the way. Little transition there. All right, Mark says, Amazon sales, not quite sure what you mean there, Mark, but yes, the Amazon sales obviously did increase. George says marketing. Well, no, George, because we didn't really do any extra marketing for it, or he didn't. This was just left. This was that first check came in. He didn't touch the account, nothing, didn't even look at it. And this was the next one that came in. There was an increase. Seeing lots of answers here, guys. I'm not going to read them all out because otherwise there's lots of repeat answers, but seeing if anyone's got it. Sarah, you are pretty close with your answer. Joanna's pretty close as well. Larry, you've got it spot on as well. Yeah, so Larry said it's the Amazon promoting the Kindle, and that's exactly what happened, right? So Amazon actively goes out and recruits customers, basically, right? Amazon actively goes out and recruits customers. So what happens then is you get more people seeing your books. Now, Amazon actually recommends books that you've bought. So if you buy a book on the Amazon Kindle, then it will come back and actually they'll say, hey, you read this, you'll probably like this. Like I've got months worth of personal development books queued up on Amazon because I buy them because they're recommended to me and think, oh yeah, I'll buy that because I'm going to read it. And then, of course, now I've got like so many books on my Kindle app, which I read through my iPad, that I can't get through. And that's what happens. So we were able to see this increase here. Now, that's really significant. Anytime that you can make more money than you did the month before without doing any work, and you make more money, something you want to pay attention to. And that's when Ty started adding books to the account. So he started rinsing and repeating the process and finding good topics to publish on. And went next the following month, it jumped to 4,462. And then the following month after that, it doubled again and went to $8,403. So quite incredible amount of money. And of course, at this point, after this, Ty never looked back, and he actually refined this system, this three-step process, which is, of course, what I'm going to share with you today, and what I've been fortunate enough to do really well with and make a lot of money with, in fact, to the point where, obviously, Ty and I ended up being partners and building businesses and doing some fun stuff. So Ty's account is now pulling in over $30,000 a month, and you reckon it's taken him nearly 10 years to find something that is this easy to make money with. Now, I haven't been in the internet marketing game for 10 years, but I've certainly done a couple, and like I said, I failed at pretty much everything before this, so I would say that yes, this is absolutely, and it's a lot of fun as well, because it's you can be creative without the stress and the tech stuff and everything else. So just give me a big yes in the chat box. I just want to make sure everyone is ready for this, and this is going to be some good information that you all want to know about. Otherwise, we may as well all go home right now. So while I take a sip of water, just give me a yes in the chat box if I've woken you up and you guys are excited to learn some stuff here. All right, lots of yeses flying in here. Awesome. Michael, Sarah, Tina says yes. Larry's up for it too. Cool stuff. Thank you, guys. Awesome. And I appreciate you humoring me in the chat box there and answering questions as well, because it helps me realize that I'm not just being a crazy person here in my little home office talking to my computer screen. So, which probably people think I'm nuts when they walk by, if they walk by and could see me right now. So, let's dive in. So, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. So, how do we do it? How do we make money with this? That's what we're here to learn, right? You've now seen, I've done that sneaky thing of whetting your appetite. So now let's actually get into this. So in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to show you the three-step system that we use to make money with this. That's all it is. It's just 3 simple steps that you just rinse and repeat. So I'm going to show you which markets sell the best. I'm going to show you how to pick winning titles for your ebooks. I'm also going to show you how to publish your own ebooks. And I'm also going to give you one of the best price points and the reason why it works really well, and how 90% of people on Amazon and doing Kindle are getting this wrong right now and leaving tons of money on the table. So you will literally be able to go and publish a book when we're done. Now, I want to say something as well. This is really good if you are, you can do this for other people. So if you're interested in, I know Jeff said a lot of you guys are interested in doing the offline marketing stuff. Well, I have done that as well. I had an offline marketing agency. In fact, as I was featured on MSNBC on a business makeover show to come in and help a business. And it's a fantastic thing to be able to do for other people. So my dentist actually paid me $1,200 to publish a manuscript on Amazon for him, and it took probably 15 minutes to do. You already had the manuscript and you paid me that amount of money. He doesn't even worry about the sales because he just wants to be able to say that he's an internationally published author. It looks fantastic on his website, looks fantastic on his business cards. So you guys can absolutely do this. There's some cool stuff we'll talk about, how you can potentially maybe some ideas for restaurants and all sorts of fun stuff with this. So and you'll be able to do that just by watching what we're going to show as well. So good stuff coming up. So let's dive right into this. What are we going to start with? Well, first off, we need to find topics that make money. You can sell pretty much anything about any topic on Amazon, apart from illegal stuff. So you can't do porn, but you can do anything like how-to information, stories, guides, reports, manuscripts, biographies. However, I will say a caveat into that. Erotic fiction novels do extremely well. Case in point, 50 Shades of Grey was a book that started as a Kindle ebook. So you see, this can potentially be huge, and how this can go. And if you want to do the erotic fiction, that's entirely up to you. You can. I personally am not in that market. What I'm in, I like the, and I've got stories and information stuff out there, and we'll talk today about the how-to information, just because it's really simple to grasp, and anyone can do it. So it's really easy to get going. It's easy to outsource, which I'll show you an exact example as well. So you don't actually have to do any work. You just have to give people these steps that I'm basically giving to you. So let's take a look at a couple of ways that we can find really scorching hot topics, because we don't want to do any work unless we have a really good gut feeling that we're actually going to be able to make money with the book before we actually do any action. So we're going to use a tool that some of you are probably, I would hope, familiar with, and that is the Google Keyword Planner. It used to be called the Google Keyword Tool. If you're not, just Google it, okay? You can just type that into Google. It'll come up as the top one. Now, you do have to sign up. It'll ask you to sign up for an AdWords account. Don't worry. There's no cost involved, and we're not going to be buying advertising. All right, you don't have to come out of pocket to buy advertising. We're literally just using a really cool tool that's free as part of the AdWords for our own gain. So basically, when you come in here, you'll see with that AdWords, we want tools and analytics. We're going to hit search for new keywords and ad group ideas, okay? Then we come down here to, in here, you see enter one or more of the following. So you can enter a product or service. So you can type in anything in here, and if you know what this does, then just bear with me. I'll get through it really quickly. But for those of you that are new to this, obviously it's only fair that I actually walk you through this. So you can type in anything in there. So in this section here, where we can type in examples, I want you to go in and I want you to type in a topic you're interested in. It doesn't matter what right now, because I just want you to have some fun with the process, okay? So, of course, not right now. I mean, after the webinar, right? Listen to me. Focus on me. Hear my words. Hear my voice. But after the webinar, go in and type something. So let me give you some examples. It could be, what could we use here? How to play golf better, or how to improve your singing, how to do something, or it could just be singing. It could be, let's say, World of Warcraft, if you're into computer games, right? That's a popular topic, a computer game, World of Warcraft. I mean, it could literally be anything. Personal development, self-help, and I'll show you an example in a second. So whatever you're interested in, that's what we're going to type in here, okay? And you just hit select. And what it's going to do is Google's actually going to come back with these groups of words and show you exactly how many people are searching for phrases around the topic you type in. So if you type in golf, it'll come back and tell you how many people are typing in variations of golf. So like how to hit the ball further or how to putt better, those kinds of things. And we can actually see how many people are searching. So in this example, typed in one, it was dream interpretation. So that's what I typed in. Interpretation of dreams. Now, I've always been fascinated by dreams and what they mean, because I have crazy dreams. So I always have crazy dreams. So I've always been fascinated as to what they're interested in, and I would like to know if anyone else is also interested in that topic, because I figured if they are, then that would be a fun thing to get a book created on, right? So that's what we type in, and Google is going to then come back and tell us the meaning of dreams, okay? This is the exact phrase that's being typed into Google on a daily basis. And we come over here, we can see that the average monthly searches for this exact phrase is 18,000 a month. That means 18,000 people on average every month are typing into Google meaning of dreams. Then if we look here, dream meaning. That's pretty much the same thing. It's just written and searched for in a different way. That's an additional 2,000, nearly 3,000 people. Add an S on the end of dreams meaning. That's another 2,500 people searching for that. Dreams and their meanings, another 500, right? So it gets shorter and shorter the more we go. But you can see if you add all these up, there's over 20,000 people every month typing in actively searching for more information on this topic. So do you think it would be, if we could get in front of some of those people, we could potentially sell a few ebooks? Do you think we could do it? Give me a yes if you guys think we could sell some ebooks here. I know that exactly. Hell yeah, says Mark. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we totally can. And this is how we do it. So we very quickly can see within 5 minutes, you can literally have a topic for your ebook without actually having to just pull one out of thin air, you can just type in some different phrases and start to get things. Now, I will say this, you want it to be, there is a minimum and there is a maximum. So write this down, okay? Write this down. Maximum search volume. So if we were looking at this, like this 18,000 here, the maximum you'll want, because some of them will be bigger. Some of them will be really big. You'll get into the 40,000 searches a month, 50,000, all the way up to like 1 million searches a month. But that's way too big. And in fact, what we found by lots of testing and producing books and stuff, we found that the ideal search volume to make the most amount of money with is 100,000 maximum. Minimum, 10,000. So if you add all of these up and they add up to less than 10,000, then it's too small, right? Your topic's too small. There's not enough people searching. But if it adds up to over 100, or if one of these words here, so let's say you just want to go with this one, meaning of dreams. If this here was over 100,000, then it would be too big, and you'd probably want to go down here to one of these other ones, something else, a different topic that had a slightly more refined search. All right, does that make sense to everyone? I mean, yes in the chat box. I just want to make sure that makes sense to everyone, because I hate it when people go through presentations, and I know you guys are taking notes, so I want to make sure everyone's got it. Yes, everyone's saying yes, 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 yes. Cool. Awesome stuff. Good. So not only can we find good topics on using this Google Keyword Planner, and we know lots of people are searching for this stuff, but not only that, we can actually find great titles here as well. So if we look at this again, these ones highlighted in red, meaning of dreams. Okay, meaning of dreams. That would make a pretty good title, right? If you saw that in Barnes & Noble or whatever your local bookstore is, meaning of dreams. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. It could be a title of a book. So not only are we fine, and now if we actually use this as part of our title, we know for a fact that there are 18,000 people not only searching for the topic, but now they're actually typing in the title of our book, right? They're actually typing in the title of our book. So can you imagine if you're doing a search for the meaning of dreams, and you type in meaning of dreams, and there's a book that comes up on Kindle that says meaning of dreams, there's a very good chance you're going to click on that and potentially buy it, and they will when I finish showing you. So again, it's not very hard to get quite a few sales from 18,000 people every month. And yes, we can get in front of them, and I'll show you how. All right, good stuff? Yeah, awesome, cool. All right, so everyone's got that, which is marvelous. So that's the first step, right? We do that research, but why are we using the Google Keyword Tool? Why does that matter when we're publishing books on Amazon? Well, it's quite simple, because Google loves Amazon. And we can actually get our ebooks ranked and found in Google very easily. And the higher up we get found in Google when people actually actively type in those searches, which we know they are, right? We just saw 18,000 people were typing in meaning of dreams. If we can get up there and be in the top of the search results for that term, we are going to make a ton of money, right? We are going to sell a lot of books. And let me show you some examples about how this works. So here's an ebook that is currently in Amazon, at the Amazon store. How to market and sell your ebook. All right. Now, if you actually go and type this title into Google, so how to market and sell your ebook, you can see here, how to market and sell your ebook. We can see that, boom, we are number 2 in the search results. Number 2. Now, these top 2 here are paid advertising. These top 2 are paid advertising, so we don't want to be paying. I told you, you don't have to pay any extra money. This is all free stuff, right? All these tools and everything are free. We don't have to pay any extra money. And there's just one little book ahead of us. And that's it. But what else stands out about that? Not only are we up here in front, by the way, look at this. There are 5 million results that Google found for the phrase how to market and sell your ebook, and we're number 2. All right, so Yeah, Tim says, wow, that's incredible. Yeah, exactly. It really is, exactly. There's a light bulb moment here, hopefully, because if you know that there's 8,000 people searching for your book, or 18,000, like the example I just gave, and this is how it's showing up, and this is what it looks like, we're going to sell some books. I mean, what else stands out about that listing? I just want to make sure that everyone really grasps this, because and the penny really drops with this one, because this is huge once you get this. So what else? Right in the chat box. What else stands out about that listing there for the book over everything else? All right, we got lots of people saying the stars. Yep, absolutely, the stars down here. I can see lots of people. Yeah, everyone's at Amazon.com. Exactly, right? We got Amazon.com here. Yeah, Tim says right. Yeah, exactly. Amazon.com leads to credibility, and that's absolutely right. All right. Not only is our book showing up in front of our potential customer, right? 18,000 people, if we use that dream example, but we have, it's not my name, right? It's not Tom Yandula next to the, TomYandula.com or anything like that. It's Amazon.com. And Amazon has trust, right? We all spend, in fact, Amazon's got 300 million credit cards on file. That's how much we trust Amazon. We give them the credit card information, and what happens is we go with buyer intent. So if someone clicks on here and goes through to your book, they're already programmed to buy, because that's what Amazon has done with its customers. It programs us to buy over and over again. It makes it incredibly easy. So you guys starting to see the power of this, and how within just a few minutes of what I've shown you, how you literally can find a book and find a topic and a title for a book that you already have a very good idea that people are going to want to buy, and how we can actually how this is going to get in front of them. Yeah, lots of lists coming in. This is awesome, says Sarah. Thank you. Here's another example, just to show you it's not a fluke. How to earn passive income in a lousy economy. All right, you see the Google results there. How to earn passive income in a lousy economy. Boom. Top 3 results. Now, I'm not going to go into how Google, why there's 3 there. Just the point is, boom, we are at the top. With out of 1.5 million results, we're at the top, and your book's going to have, again, with all those people searching for it, Amazon.com, reviews, they can read a little blurb about the book. It adds huge credibility. If they click on that, there is a very, very good chance you're going to buy. Now look at this. This is a $7.99 book. So just think, again, if you had 18,000 people like we did in that dream example, searching for your books every month they're searching for that, 18,000 people, unique people. These are new people searching for it. And that's how it shows up. Do you think that you could get some $7.99, quite a lot of $7.99 sales just off this one book? Now, imagine if you had 2, 3, 4 of these with that kind of people searching and showing up like this. This is where it starts to get really, really good fun. So we use the Google Keyword Planner tool to find hot topics and cherry pick the titles, right? Does everyone get that? Give me a yes. Give me a yes. By the way, is this good? Is this good? Is this worth being here for right now? Yes, you bet, says Larry. Absolutely, says Sharon. Cool. Everyone's enjoying it. Yeah, it's cool, right? It's pretty exciting stuff. So we use the Google Keyword Pen to cherry pick titles, but we can actually make the titles better. So once we've cherry picked them, the next step then is to add what we call title enhancers to the title. So that, again, we're going to use that example, meaning of dreams, right? 18,000 people. We can take that and we can actually enhance the title. Now, this would be, I guess, in online marketing terms, a bit of copywriting skill, like you'll put in some certain words will encourage people to buy more. And we have literally found that by adding some certain words to your title, you can literally double and triple the amount of revenue that we've been making from it. And I want to give some of those to you right now. So let me show you exactly how we can increase some of these sales here. Now, I recommend highly that you take a screenshot of this or write these down or do whatever you want to do. But this is, please take these, use these in any way you like, and add these to your titles. These really work. Now, this is just a few of them. There's a lot more. We have a whole list of them, but these are obviously the ones I can fit on the slide. And I wanted to give you something, I wanted to give you enough to get going. So while you guys write those down, I'll explain how these work. Basically, and guys, I'm not a copywriter. I'm probably not going to explain this perfectly well or correctly. But basically, what we're doing is we're answering the question that our potential prospect or buyer of our book has in their head. So what does that mean? Well, if you add how-to to your book, you are answering that question. So subconsciously, if someone was looking to how to stain their deck, right, just like the example says, in our heads, we are subconsciously asking ourselves, how do I stain that deck? How do I stain the deck, right? If we're looking for a book on how to do it. So we're preemptively or presupposition as to what they're already thinking, all right? And that's as complicated as I'm going to get, but you get the idea. So it doesn't really matter how these work, they just do. So adding how-to your books can make a huge difference. So here's an example. How to stain your deck like a professional versus learn to stain your deck. Now, one other thing as well, stay away from the word learn, because we associate a long period of time with learning. We don't want to learn. We live in a world of instant gratification, right? We want instant results. So learning is not something we want to do. That does not feature in our day for a lot of us. So on the other hand, quickest way to would be something we're very interested in. So 21 quickest ways to make money online versus the guide to making money on the web. Do you see the subtle difference there? Both would be very good titles, but the 21 quickest ways to make money online will literally double and triple the amount of money you make on a monthly basis. Fastest way to, again, that fast, instant gratification. So fastest way to get your nursing degree versus Health Quads Nursing Guide. And of course you can see the others here. Easy ways to is a great one. Quick and easy ways to lose weight. Tips to, ways to, cheapest way to. Now, cheapest way to down here, we can see the ultimate guide to moving across country. That's what most people would put. We, and you now, because I say we because you're going to go and do this now, we now put and the cheapest way to do it. So again, you don't have to always add them to the front of the title. You can add them to the end. And literally, these little phrases will double and triple your sales. Just this alone would be worth you spending the time on this webinar if you go and take action on these, all right? So does everyone have these written down? Everyone got those down? I can always come back later at the end if you need me to recap them. All right, yeses, lots of yeses coming in. It seems that everyone's got them down. Richard said he took a screenshot. Cool, well done, buddy. That's no problem with that, mate. You use it however you want to use it. All right, excellent. Everyone seems to have got it. Cool. So now I'm going to give you one last little pop quiz here. And then remember, this is just step one, right? This is research. Now, once you start doing this, it goes very quickly, but we've labored the point here because if you get the research right, the rest takes care of itself, okay? Get the research right, the rest takes care of itself. So here's an example. How to garden, right? So we go back to our keyword planner tool here, and we typed in the phrase how to garden. This is what it came, this is an ad group. It'll come back with a number of ad groups. This is one that it came back with related to this topic, garden beds. And we can see here, there's all sorts of searches, people actively searching for things like garden beds and raised garden beds and elevated garden beds. So based on what I have shared with you already up to this point, let's see if I've done my job right. Done a good job so far. Based on what I've shared with you and the tips and advice so far, which one of those results would we take as our title? Give me your answers in the chat box. All right, looks like everyone's flying their answers in here, and it looks like I have seen nobody get it wrong yet. Everyone's got it right. Yep. Oh, one person's got it wrong. I'm not going to call you out, though. Don't worry. I'll take full responsibility for it. Exactly. Yeah, everyone's got it. Good stuff. Oops, I've gone to one too far here. Let's go back. How to build a raised garden bed is the one we'd want. This one down the bottom here. Now, why? Well, firstly, what did I say about the numbers? How many monthly searches did I say we want? Right? Maximum of 100,000, minimum of 10,000. So right there, that helps us make our selection, okay? We can pick that from there. And of course, we're lucky that this one actually already has a title enhancer in there. Now, if none of these had the title enhancer, that wouldn't matter. We would still go with this one, okay? But this happens to also have the title enhancer. So this right here would be gold dust. I mean, just think about it. If you were to create a book and it was to show up, I mean, this is what 12,000 people every month are writing in asking how to build a raised garden bed. If you create a book on that, and you could have someone create that book very inexpensively for you, we'll talk about that in just a second. I mean, how many sales do you think you could make a month? Quite a few, right? If we were popping up in front of 12,000 people, you could easily make, hundreds of dollars a month just from this one ebook, right? This is gold right here. So that makes sense to everyone. Hope so. If not, let me know in the chat box, because I'll cover it some more. But I think you guys are all getting it. So that's step one, right? We've covered step one. Now, honestly, that's the hard work. That's the hardest part, is what we've just talked about there. I know, not really exactly hard, is it? But the next step, phase two, step number two is the content creation side, right? So from now on, we're going to use that. We'll use that. Again, we can either use the raised garden bed or the meaning of dreams example, right? So let's say we're talking about the meaning of dreams, and that's the one we want to go with. Well, we need to find someone to write us a book on the meaning of dreams, or we would need to find someone to write us a book on the how to build a raised garden bed. Now, there are two ways to do this. One I do, and one I do not do. You can either get someone to write it for you, or you could write it yourself, of course. Now, if you're a writer, this is option number two. If you're a writer, this is not my favorite, because I'm dyslexic and I cannot write for love nor money. I can't write for love nor money. I can actually write, but my spelling and grammar is horrendous. Like, it's baby town frolics bad, It's just shocking. So, I don't choose to write, but if you do write yourself, that's fine. It's a perfect option. Now, for those of you like me who don't want to write these books yourselves, we can get someone else to do it, and you can get it done for as little as $50 to have someone write content for you. And the best part is you own 100% of the rights to the book. All right, and you can resell it as often or as many times as you want. You can put your name on it. You can put a pen name on it. You can do whatever you like with it. All right, so you don't even have to do any of the work. Now, I will say at $50, I will say I'm actually willing. I'll happily pay $75, $100 to have someone write a book for me, because here's the reason why. If we've done the research, right? If we've done the research and we know there's 20,000 people every month searching for our book, and we can get it found in Google, like we've seen, I know even if I charge $2 a month, just $2 for a book, which we're going to charge a bit more than that, but if we were just to charge $2 a book, I know that I'll probably make my money. I would make my money back easily, if not double it, in the first month. But even let's just say I make my money back in the first month from the book. All the rest is profit, and it just sits there in Amazon making money every month, right? So I have no problem paying someone, $50, $100, but you don't have to. You'll get various prices on books, and we'll show you now. So the sites I like to use, you can use odes.com, elance.com, or one. I prefer Odes. Odes is my favorite. I also use a site called guru.com. Guru.com, okay? And let me just show you an example here. I'll show you a live example. I'll show you a real example. So I posted this project in guru.com. This is Guru. So again, these are job postings where there are writers, there are graphic designers, people just waiting to do the work for you. All right, just waiting to do the work for you. So you can see here I put 15 to 20 page report on lucid dreaming. Now, by the way, 15, 20 pages is fine. Now, you don't have to write novels either. Okay, so for example, the How to Build a Raised Garden Bed, that's a real simple book. That wouldn't take more than 20, 30 pages to do, right? 20 to 30 pages, okay? So depending on your topic, I always like to do one problem, one solution. So I'm not sort of saying how to grow an award-winning garden, right, with roses and everything else, chrysanthemums, whatever it is. I'm not saying that. All I'm going to show you how to do is how to build a raised garden bed, right? 20, 30 pages, done. Very happy. And as you can see here, for Lucid Dreaming, which is a book that we did, we had 28 quotes, so 28 people. So all we did was go and post the job, say, hey, I need someone to write a book on this topic. 28 people came back, and the average quote was $30. So my estimated cost for that book was $30. Guys, and by the way, if you're not willing to invest $30 when you know there's 20,000 people every month searching for your book, then I can't help you. Then I can't help you. But $30 when you've got that many people and people are looking, that's there's no guarantee, there's still no guarantee that it's going to sell. But if we do these steps, I mean, it's if we did a couple of these, we're going to get a home run with one of them, right? So that's the process, and that's all there is to it. That's how easy it is to create these books. Then we get on to the last step. So the last step is publishing. See, I told you the research part is the one that takes the time. Then we publish the book, and this again takes, once you've done it a couple of times, will take you literally 5 to 10 minutes, or you could pay someone else to upload and do them for you. Literally, guys, I don't do anything with this business. The whole thing is now outsourced. From the research, I have someone else do research, I have someone else write the books, and I have someone else upload it and do all that stuff, a virtual assistant. So you can really outsource the entire thing and make money. It's quite crazy. I don't know anything else like it online. So there are a couple of things, although this is easy to do, to publish the book, there are a couple of things that we do need to do to get this right. And if you do, again, we're going to dramatically increase the amount of money that you will make with this. So let's dive in. By the way, is everyone getting a ton of value from this, please? Let me know if you guys are enjoying this. I want to know if you make sure that you guys are getting a ton of value from this. Delia asked, how much money are we making from that book? Delia, honestly, I don't know on that individual one. Like we just rinse and repeat this process. Like I said, the whole thing's outsourced now. So there's we got a couple of this process is going through a lot. So I don't know exactly how much is made from that one specific book, and it will vary greatly depending on the amount of search volumes for the book. But you can average $200 on a book to all the way up to $1,000 a month with one book. It really depends on the search volume of that book. It's kind of we look at the business in having as an ongoing thing. I hope that sort of answers the question there. I don't want to I don't want to just avoid it, but there's no way. I don't know specifically how much that precise book makes, but I'll tell you what it does make. A hell of a lot more than $30, I'll tell you that for free. That much I can tell you. It makes a lot more than $30 total. So worth every penny. It was worth the 5 minutes to hire someone to write it. All right, cool. That says thanks a lot. That's good enough. Cool. All right, excellent. So final step, we need to upload our book to the Kindle Direct Publishing platform. Now, this is the site that you can go to do the book. Remember, I told you, you're going to be able to go away and do this as soon as the webinar finishes. So, and to do it, so once you have the writer, say you hired someone, just like we did for that Lucid Dreaming book, we'd have someone come back, and we then need to upload it into the Amazon store. And guys, Amazon has made this so easy to do. It's literally 7 steps, and they walk you through it. They literally walk you through it. I'm trying to give an example. I mean, it's literally as easy as signing up for a website. Filling out the fields, like enter your email address. It's basically as easy as that. So you're going to go to kdp.amazon.com. kdp.amazon.com, and you can use your existing Amazon account if you have one. You can link it to your existing Amazon account if you have one. But this is separate. This is Kindle Direct Publishing. Now, this is a real publishing house, by the way. So this is their actual publishing business, Amazon's publishing business. And when you publish on here, you are officially an internationally published author. You can put that on your business cards, you can put it on anything. So again, for those of you that have any offline businesses, get a book up there, because you can put it on your website, you can put it on your business cards that you are an internationally published author. And you could even get a book about how people, say if you're trying to sell SEO, you could just get an SEO, basic book on SEO done, and have people as credibility. You're an internationally published author on Kindle, and you can even create a physical version of it in CreateSpace as well. Dead easy to do. I don't have time to go over that today, but it's really easy to do. And it adds a ton of credibility to what you're doing as well. And of course, like I said, you can do it for other people at the same, on the flip side of that. So first of all, when we go through, you're going to go through and sign up. Once you sign up, you're going to be looking at a blank screen that's called your bookshelf. So when you sign up, it's literally, they're going to ask for, they'll ask for your name, email address, how you want to be paid, by check or straight into your bank account, that kind of stuff. Now, you can do this from anywhere in the world. Now, I know we've got lots of people on here, and I can see there's some people from Australia, Romania. I see there was someone from Romania, Sylvia from Romania on here. You guys can do this from anywhere in the world. We have students that go through and do this stuff, that we taught this stuff to, that are from all over the world, and you'll see them. I'll show you the Facebook group in a bit, but we've got people from all over the world, so it doesn't matter. Now, once you've gone through and signed up, you then going to hit a button that says add new title, right? Pretty self-explanatory what that means. So we click that, and we go through the process of adding our book. And like I said, there's 7 fields to fill in, like 7 steps. The first step is going to be title, and you type in your title. Next, it's description, and you type in a description of the book, right? It's really that easy. But there are some things we can do along the way to really help increase our sales. So there's little things we can do to get this right. One of the ones is with the description. Now, a good description will really help you increase your sales. So they give you 4,000 characters for the description. That's how long you can make your description. So use as many as you can. It doesn't have to be 4,000. You could write 1 sentence, but this is your chance to really sell your book. Or let's say for a second you're doing a fiction book. Like we talked about non-fiction here, but let's say you're doing a fiction book. My wife and I, we publish children's books, or at least we're starting to. We've got a couple out there now, and they're doing really well, so we're going to do a lot more. So we do children's, like picture books. So one of the things I do for the description, which does really well, is I'll do sort of a like character bio. So I'll do like a pre backstory to the characters in the description, right? You can use it for anything. And I tell you what, no one else is doing things like this. So you stand out from all the other books in your category by really doing a good job in the description. All right? Next, they'll ask you to upload your cover. Now, don't panic about getting the cover created. You can do the exact same thing that we did to get the book created. You can go to any of those outsourcing sites that I gave you, Odesk, Elards, Guru.com, and you can hire someone to create a cover for you. All right. What the real trick here is getting more than 1 cover done. This is really, again, guys, this is such a amazing tip I'm about to give you. So you can get more than 1 cover done. And the reason why is because Amazon allows you to change and split test things. So you can go in and change the title of your book once it's published. Like you don't have to, you're not stuck with it. So don't overthink it, just get it done, right? Just go and take action and get it done. Same with the book cover. You can change the book cover. Now, what we have found is by testing your book cover and like changing it out, again, you could literally double and triple your sales. I cannot tell you how many times I have got a book cover created, and I always put the one I like up first, right? The one I like the most, I always put up there first. And then in, every 2 or 3 weeks, I'll go in and change it for another 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll see how it affects sales. And 9 times out of 10, the one that I love is not the one that brings in the most money. And again, no one else is doing this, so you are going to be crushing your competition by doing this. And unfortunately, you do end up with some really beautiful book covers just sitting on your hard drive collecting dust, but it's okay. The amount of money you make will offset the disappointment of that, and you can just, I don't know, save them as a screensaver or something. So, hey guys, Kevin says the slide did not advance. What slides are you guys What slide are you guys looking at? You should be seeing the last step, Kindle Direct Publishing. Yep, everyone's saying yes, 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 okay, yep, I see that. Okay, Kevin, yeah. Sorry, Kevin, yeah, I'm talking a lot over the slide. I'm filling in, I'm giving you more stuff here. So, yeah, that's why it's still on this slide. I do talk a lot when I get excited about something. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm trying to give you all the best stuff. So, so we can get more than one to test, and we test our book cover. Now, again, remember, if you just all these little things on their own will help. But when you start adding your title enhancer, you've done the research, you get a couple of covers, even just 2 covers created to split test, and just change them out. There's nothing complicated. You don't need software to do it. You just change them. Again, you write a good description. You are going to start to do really, really well with these books, right? So then we can talk, then the formatting. Now, you have to upload the book. Dead simple. Word document is fine, just a basic Word doc. And Amazon will convert it to the Kindle format for you. This is a big mistake people make. They go and pay someone a lot of money to convert it to Kindle. Okay, you don't have to do that. It will do it automatically when it's uploaded. Okay, so don't waste your money. And finally, price point. All right, this is really key. I promised you at the beginning I'd give you one of the high converting price points. Now, this does change depending on what the market's doing and what everyone else is doing around you. But often when people are zigging, you want to zag, okay? So right now, a lot of people are charging 99 cents for Kindle books, $2.99. Well, we have tested them all, right? We always test different price points. Again, you can change the price of your book whenever you like. So to get you, and I recommend you do, but what I have found recently is that the best price point that's bringing in the most money is $5.97. Now that's a lot more money than everyone else is charging for a lot of their books, but here's how it works. I'm running out of time, so I can't go into huge amounts of detail about it, otherwise we'll be here for all night. But there is a program in the direct publishing platform that says that's basically you can run a special on your book within Kindle. You can run a special where it's free, okay? And you can get free sales coming in. But what you can also do is you can give Amazon permission to lend your book out to their customers. And they will pay you every time someone borrows the book. Now, the customer gets it for free. It's part of Amazon's Prime sort of month higher-end customer program, right? If you I don't know if you guys are a member of Amazon Prime. I am, and you can literally get like 4 free books a month, right? They'll let you have them free. Well, what those free books are is you are borrowing them basically from the owner, and Amazon's going to pay you to do that. Now, here's the thing: if you have the choice, if all things being equal, and you have a freebie, right? I'm giving you a voucher for something. Let's say I'm giving you a voucher to go and spend. Or you can have a free meal. Are you going to go and get a free McDonald's? Or are you going to go and go to the nice restaurant and make the most of it because the nice restaurant's more expensive, right? Are you going to go to McDonald's or are you going to go up class, right? If it's free and I'm paying for it. Most people are going to say they'll go up class, right? Because you're getting more bang for your buck. If I'm paying for it, why not go for the more expensive one? Same thing applies here psychologically, all right? So when you can borrow a book, why are you going to borrow one when it's $9.99? You might as well spend the dollar. You're going to go for the book that's $6 because you feel psychologically you're getting a deal. And that's what the customer does. So I make so much money on the lending library by charging a higher price because people feel they're getting a deal. So my sales are less than other people's, but I make more money because of the lending library. Does that make sense to everyone? Again, without having to go into too much detail. Does that make sense? That's why the 597. And I'm sorry if not, just trust me. Go with the 597. Ask me any questions about it if you like afterwards, and obviously on Facebook, whatever you want. All right. Cool. So that's it. Those 3 things. If you do those things, you're going to be crushing it. All right. Now here's the thing. Amazon wants you to make as much money as possible. Amazon wants you to make as much money as possible. We haven't talked about this yet. Now, why? Why does Amazon want you to make as much money as possible? Why do you think? Give me an answer in the chat box. Yes. Looking through here. Okay, some good answers coming in here. Paddy's answer is good. Rob's answer is very good. Yeah, lots of good answers coming in. Cool. Flying up the screen. In fact, I can't see him. Yeah, Larry says to keep publishing. They want you to publish more. Exactly. So the reason is they want you to make as much money as possible. Here's the real reason. All those are right. All those answers are correct. But the real reason is they don't make money unless you do. Let me repeat that. Amazon doesn't make money unless we do. Everything I'm showing you right here is free. The only way Amazon makes money is if you sell a copy of or they sell a copy of the book for you. They take the basic split. There are some different splits, but the split you'll go for is you get 70% of the royalty. So of that 597, you would get 70% of that, and they keep 30. So we get the lion's share. They do all the work, and they will actively go out and try and sell our book for us because they want to make money. They don't make any money unless we do, right? Which is incredible. Guys, there's no business out there where you can partner with someone like Amazon and they actually want you to succeed. Like, they're actually going to try and help you and do everything they can to help you succeed. Which, again, is the icing on the cake for what we're doing here. And for those of you that might think, oh, did I miss the boat with this? So I always hear people say that, oh, isn't it too late to get into Kindle? No, not at all. We've barely scratched the surface with this business. You guys could not be watching this at a better time. According to Forrester's research, nearly $3 billion worth of ebooks was sold last year. And in just a few short years, that number is expected to jump to 10 billion. So all those millionaires that we talked about, and then you've got people like myself, Ty, our students, anyone who's doing well with this, all this money has been made out of a little $3 billion pot of money here. In the next few years, that's going to jump to 10 billion. I mean, this is the ground floor, guys, and you can grab a piece of this pie. So you definitely want to take action on what I've shared with you here today because it's just going to get better. I mean, for example, you can't put video into your Kindle books yet. We can't do video. As soon as that comes, there's going to be millionaires created overnight because people, if you've got some books out there and you put the videos in, you'll be able to get like advertising dollars for it and that kind of stuff. I mean, again, you've already got the books there. There'll be millionaires made overnight from this stuff, guys. Quite incredible. So here's I promised you a quick screenshot here. So Dahlia asked, how much does that one book make, that Lucid Dreaming? And I said, I don't know exactly, but what I can show you is this. This is a picture of our account, and you can see here, just under $30,000 in this 1 month came in from Amazon. And this is just Amazon Kindle stuff. We don't do any other. In fact, Ty lives in North Carolina, so that's all they're allowed to do there is Kindle stuff. So, and again, it doesn't matter what state, country you're in, you can do this. So you can see here, so this first one here, this blue one is German sales, so that's $493 just from German sales that month, sales in Germany. This big one here for $23,000, that was from the US, that's US sales, region sales, and you've got 5,500 from the UK, right? So just under 30,000 bucks. But the thing I want to say to you guys here is, even just, just for $500 a month, I was looking to buy my wife a new car the other day, and I'm not really into really flashy stuff. We like to travel, that's our thing, but she does want a new car. So, well, I was going online and I was just having a browse through, looking at like Mercedes and BMWs and Audis and things like that. And what I found was I can pretty much get any car I want, any of those top cars I want, for about $500 a month. That's what I can get one for. I suddenly realized, I was like, wow, 2 or 3 ebooks and I've literally can have any car I like. Just 2 or 3 ebooks based or any car I want. And I just thought that was such a wonderful thing. So I know this is a lot of money, $30,000. Now some of you maybe may not be a lot of money. Some of you may already be there, but I know when I started, that was a lot. I couldn't even get my head around that kind of money. I just wanted to make a couple of thousand a month. So you can see with a few ebooks, it can really start to change. Things can really start to change very quickly when it comes to your lifestyle and what you can actually buy from it. So, with a few half-decent selling titles, you could get that car, the car of your dreams, like I discovered the other day. But imagine if you had 9, 10, 11, or even 20 of these out there, which is what we're growing in our business up to now. So, as I showed you, with just 9 titles, John Locke sold a combined 1 million copies in under a year. So what would you guys do with the extra income? Like, I love to ask this. Like, it always fascinates me. What would you, for a second, just have some fun and imagine for a second, what would you do with that kind of income? It could be $5,000 a month, whatever your goal is. You see how obtainable it is with this. What would you do? Nick says he'd get the maid. You saw the maid down here. The maid, yeah. I'd like a living chef. That's my next thing. I'd like to have a chef. Actually, that's my one of my bucket list dreams, because I'm not a very good cook, and I don't like to have to make my wife cook all the time. So, but get out of debt. That's a huge one. Tina says travel. Lots of people saying traveling. Yeah, traveling's cool. So one of the things you can do is I had one of our students who went through this actually travels and published. He went on a round the world trip and published books on the places he went. So he'd stay like in Rome for a couple of weeks, and he'd give all the insights of the sort of really cool local places to go in Rome, and show all the little touristy, really local spots to go. And he planned to go for a year, traveling for a year. I think about 5 months in, the entire trip had been paid for already, and that's still today. He's just making tens of thousands of dollars off those books. All from the location. So again, guys, the possibilities are endless with this stuff. It's really good for fun. So, the beautiful thing about making money on Amazon, as you've seen, is that the amount grows month after month, right, with very little additional work on your part. The work that Ty did for those checks was done one time at the beginning, right? There's ones at the beginning that was done one time, yet continue to get paid month after month. And if you want to make more money, you simply take a few minutes and do a bit of research and go out, hire someone, and create another title and just add it in there. So, if you've got a big holiday coming up, think, well, I need 3 more books done to pay for that holiday, and really go first class and live it up. Boom, done deal. And then but it's not just a one-time thing, right? It's recurring. You do that work one time and you get paid for years to come off it. Now, I do want to be clear. There's no such thing as a get-rich-quick system, right? This isn't get-rich-quick. You do have to do the 3 steps, but this is about as close as I've ever been able to come to a get-rich-quick system. I mean, those 3 steps don't get, it's not hard. Everyone can do it. I know they can. We have all sorts of people have gone through these steps and had great success with it. And of course, anyone can join this, the KDP program, the Kindle Direct Publishing program, because it's not part of the Amazon's Associate program. So Tyler, I see you asked about this. The Associates program is where it's kind of being an affiliate for Amazon, which you can't do in certain states. But with the direct publishing, you can be from any state in the US, you can be from any country around the world, and you get those huge 70% royalties on every sale that you make. So a couple of other things that we didn't really talk about, but you don't have to drive traffic. So if you guys have been worried about driving traffic, we're leveraging Amazon's traffic, right? because Amazon has 300 million credit cards on file. That's the biggest buyers list that I know of. 300 million credit cards, that's an enormous buyers list, right? So we don't have to worry about traffic. There's an immense amount of it there already. There's no order taking, no worrying about setting up order forms or any of that stuff, which can be a nightmare. No customer service issues. No dealing with clients. We don't have to deal with any picky clients. No shipping of orders. No merchant accounts. No PayPal issues or headaches. It's all done. Amazon does everything, and all they do is take 30% of the sale when it's made. That's it. So I'm quite happy to pay them that 30%. And remember, Amazon makes it incredibly easy for us to make money with because, what did I say? They don't make money unless we make money. Right? They don't make money unless we make money. So because of that, they make it really easy to get started. I mean, there's literally zero skill required. They also make it a monthly recurring income stream. Right? You get month after month because they're actively out promoting your books month after month for you. You don't need to know how to build a website, blogs, any of that stuff. Amazon handles all the order taking, the fulfillment, the customer service, the returns, everything, and you can sign up no matter where you live, and you still, like we said, get that 70% a month. So is it okay? I'm pretty sure you guys will agree right now. We've covered a lot of really cool stuff. So is it okay with you guys if I take a second to sort of walk you through how you can continue with us and really dive deep into this and grow this into an incredibly wealthy business for yourselves? Is that all right if we go and cover that now? Yes, lots of everyone saying yes, absolutely, go for it. Cool, thank you. Awesome, it means you've enjoyed it. Well, with that being said then, it is with great pleasure that I get to introduce you to Ty's training program. And this is the course that's changed my life for me, and hopefully it will for you as well. And basically, this Kindle Cash Flow course is for anyone who's looking to make an easy way to make money online. It doesn't matter if you have never sold anything in your life. It doesn't matter if you have an 8th grade education. As Jeff said at the beginning, Ty's 13-year-old daughter does this. He tested this on her. She makes about $4,000 a month, which, by the way, comes with its whole own set of problems when a 13-year-old is making $4,000 a month. Whole own set of problems, but I think a lot of it is going towards her college education. But the point being is anyone can do this, and you can do this with the family, guys. Doesn't matter if you have limited experience, limited internet access, limited time, money, hate writing, no technical skills required. You've seen how easy this is, and you can live in any country. It doesn't matter where you live. We literally have people from all around the world that are doing really well with this. So like I said, it's a great pleasure to get to introduce you to the Kindle Cash Flow course. And what we've done is basically put together a complete course that shows you step by step how Ty grew his Amazon Kindle publishing account from nothing to over $30,000 a month in less than a few months. Ty drops his guard and shows you everything that we've learned about making unheard of amounts of money by publishing material to Kindle. So here's a look about what we're going to get. We're going to show you how to find topics with high demand. Right? We've tested dozens of different topics over the months and have a list of the best ones. These topics sell like crazy and they make money really fast. So we're just going to give those to you. We call them the mega money ideas. So you're going to get all of our mega money ideas so that you can just dive straight into them. We're also going to show you how to pick the best way to go. So whether you want to hire a ghostwriter, someone to write it for you, or you want to write it yourself, because there's lots of people that like to write. So if you want to do what I do and get someone else to write the content for you, we'll show you the right and the wrong way to go about doing it, and how you can make sure that you own 100% of the rights to the work that is done. All right, some people screw this up big time and don't actually own the rights to the book. That's a terrible mistake to make. We're going to show you how to avoid all that. Or if you choose to write the book on content yourself, no problem. We'll give you our pre-formatted templates that makes the whole process of writing incredibly drop-dead simple. You can just follow along the steps and you get it approved every time without delay. It's literally just fill in the blanks and go. And of course, an outsourcer can use it as well if you want to give it to them. We'll also show you the simple strategy that Ty taught one of his buddies that is now making him nearly $4,000 a month from 2 to 3 page reports. Everyone always asks, how long does it need to be? It's about quality over quantity, and we're going to show you how with just 2 to 3 page reports you can do 4,000 a month. This is super easy to do. Again, he's got his kids doing this right now, because even a child can do 2 to 3 pages, right? We'll also show you how to find what people want to buy. Now, the easiest way to make money online, hands down, is to find out what people want to buy first and then go and sell it to them. Well, there are websites out there that you can go to where people are literally telling you what they want, so we can just go and create it for them. We're going to show you that. We'll also show you how to create best-selling titles and descriptions that will draw mega attention to your ebooks and make people want to buy your stuff over everything else they see on Amazon, over all the competition. It becomes irrelevant when you follow these steps. We've done it a lot of times. We outsell everyone. We're going to show you the exact same ways to do that. Again, you get this right, and it means a lot of money in your pocket. We'll also show you how to get super professional covers created, just like the ones you see here, for as little as $5 to $10. We're going to share the secrets to our outsourcing in detail. Some people pay hundreds to have covers created of less quality, and it's simply because they don't know any better. But you guys are going to be well informed. You guys will know exactly how to do it. Plus, more simple tips that we use for picking what content to sell on Amazon. This one method was responsible for that jump you saw at the beginning in Ty's checks, where it went from 3,000 to 8,000 in 1 month. This little tip that you're going to get here is responsible, so you can go in and do it immediately to your books. We're also going to share with you the Amazon.com mistakes. These are mistakes that will cause you to lose money if you do this on your own. You see, we've shown you live examples of the 5 top money-losing mistakes that we see people making on Amazon every day. There are consistently 5 that people do, and we want to show you how you can avoid them so that you can basically get straight to making money right away. That's the important thing. It's about getting results fast. We want to get you up and running as fast as possible and getting results. And to that end of getting up and running fast as possible, you're also going to get access to the entire list of title enhancers. You know, we talked about a couple, we gave you a couple to get started, but we're going to include all the entire list of title enhancers for you to go and rock. So you can just add them again to your titles and be off to the races. Remember, these doubled and tripled our sales. So you're going to get access to those. We'll also show you how to get hundreds, even thousands of other websites to post links back to your ebooks, which is going to help you make even more money. This method alone makes thousands of dollars in additional revenue outside of Amazon. I'm actually probably just as excited about sharing this with you as actually selling the content on Kindle itself. Plus, you get access to our Facebook group. I told you about the Facebook group, and I'll be happy to show you inside it in a minute. But basically, you get to ask questions. It's a support community. You can ask questions, share ideas, brainstorm, get help from us. We're here to help. Ty's in there, I'm in there. All the successful students that we've had are in there. We've got over 500 people in there that are doing really well with this, and you get to just be in a community and go through it together. I think support is a huge thing when we're trying to have an online business, and you know, we want to help make sure you succeed with this. We're pretty proud of it, actually, and you can see here I wrote I asked how we were doing with the group and what the support was like, and this was one of the responses from Llama. And Llama said, "I'd rate this group 9 out of 10. The support offered here is unlike anything I have experienced in any other group on Facebook or in any other social community during my 8-year journey online as an internet marketer. Everyone here gladly and genuinely shares their knowledge and experience with others without holding anything back." Now, she goes on to say a lot more. But big thank you to Tiger and Tommy who did the job all. Then Bert came in and said, "I second that comment, Llama. Not sure how you guys brought such support and encouragement to this place, but it sure is welcome." So guys, I'm showing you that just so that you know that we are here to help and support you with this. So again, imagine just being able to upload a tiny ebook, and without doing any marketing, there's no PPC, no pay-per-click, you don't have to do any of that, and that one little book makes you hundreds of dollars a month on autopilot. pretty much once it's set up. You've got to do the setup, and that's it. And then if you want to make more money, you simply add another book, and I've shown you how easily that can be done with the outsourcing. We paid $30 to have that Lucid Dreaming book done. So, guys, real simple. Anyone can do this. So to wrap things up, in this course, we're going to show you the entire money-making system from start to finish. You literally get to look over Ty's shoulder as he shows you everything that you'll need to get started as quickly as possible and start making money. We've made it super easy so that anyone, especially newbies and beginners, can follow along and get really quick results with this. And guys, this is a home study course, so you get all these DVDs. You can watch these with the family. So I encourage you. My wife's got into this now. You can sit with your children, your kids, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whoever it is, and you can all take action on this and do this. It's incredibly fun, incredibly easy. It's a great thing to do. Now, I do have before I give you the URL to go and dive in and order, I do have a couple of fast action bonuses, obviously, to really light a fire under your ass for this. But first of all, I will say these are only for people that order on the webinar, okay? So these are special bonuses only available here today. So please take action on these because these are fantastic. And in fact, the first one is a additional course called the Google Kindle Crunch. This is a course that Ty created that teaches you step by step how you can get your ebooks ranked in Google. So how I showed you those books that are on the first page of Google up there at the top? This is how you do it, step by step. We're going to include this. Now, Ty sold this course separately for $500. You guys are going to get this included today when you order today. Plus, you're going to get the 2 additional modules, which are the Facebook Socializer module and the YouTube Socializer module. Now, you can get plenty of traffic by just doing what I've shown you on Amazon. But if you want to go out and do a bit more and you really want to scale things up, we'll show you how you can leverage Facebook and YouTube to get a ton of traffic. The YouTube one's fantastic. It's so much fun, and nobody's doing this. So again, you're going to get all those. You're going to learn how to do this to get a huge edge if you choose to do this. Plus, we have 4 other bonuses. So we're going to give you, again, another mini course that was created where we'll show you how you can publish not just on the Kindle, but on all the devices you'll need. So that's Nook, which is Barnes & Noble, and iBooks, which is obviously Apple. Now, each one has its own way of publishing. We're going to show you how you can do it. So you can just give that information to your outsourcer if you'd like and have them do it for you. You don't have to do it, but we're going to show you exactly how to do that. So you're not just on Kindle. You're going to be on every smart device out there. Plus, we'll show you the offline income publisher model. Now, I mentioned to you earlier that my dentist paid me $1,200 to do this for him. I also helped a restaurant come up with an idea where they put a QR code on the table tent, and they were able to go in and download a recipe book of their in-house recipes on Kindle, and we put the recipe book online. And again, they paid me a lot of money to get that published, their recipe book, so that restaurant now can say that they are an internationally published. And again, like I said, the QR codes went on the tables, they scanned them. And again, if you would like me to share details about how we did that, when you join, and come and join me in the Facebook group, and I will happily share any of those and other ideas as well. But you're going to get that in the training. So offline income publisher model. Plus, we're going to show you how to turn your ebooks into physical books. Now, I said that if you could do this yourself and use it for credibility and say that you're an internationally published author in your field, well, you can create a physical book as well. It's dead easy to do, and it's going to add massive credibility and increase sales. So we're going to show you how to do that as a bonus. Plus, we're going to give you the ebook list builder method. You can build a massive list of buyers from the people that download your books, but you need to do it in a specific way, and we're going to show you exactly the way and how to do that as well in this bonus. Plus, I have one last mega bonus for you, but it is limited to the first 15 people that order. You do have to be in the first 15, but for the first 15 people that order, we want to make this as easy as possible. So we are going to cover the cost for the first 15 people that order of your very own virtual assistant for 40 hours. right? That is going to be paid for by us. 40 hours of someone to work on your business for you. Now, you don't have to use them on your Kindle business, by the way. You can use them on any business. So if you've got an offline business, you can use them for that. It's a virtual assistant for 40 hours. We are going to cover the cost for you. But, of course, it's a real person, so we can only do it for the first 15 people that order. So, please, these will go fast. So please make sure that when I give you the URL that you get your orders in. Now, here's a quick recap of what you're going to get. So the bonuses you're going to get. You're going to get the Google Kindle Crunch course on how to rank your books #1 in Google, plus the Facebook and YouTube Socializer modules, the Nook and iBooks mini course on how to get maximum exposure across all platforms, the offline income model, which we just talked about, and how to turn your books into physical books, the ebook list builder method, plus your very own virtual assistant for the first 15 people that order, paid for by us for 40 hours. So the total bonus value is $2,682. Now, the course itself normally sells for $2,000. So like I said, it's a full home study course. It usually sells for $2,000 if you were to get it outside of this webinar. But because you're on here and Jeff invited us on very kindly, Ty's put together a fantastic deal for you guys. So if you'd like to get in and take action on this, you can just go to www.kcf2.com/Jeff. www.kcf2.com/Jeff and place your orders. Now, guys, yes, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, all right? You get a full 100% money-back guarantee for 30 days. So this is going to ship to your house. So when you go in there, what's going to happen is now you're going to go to www.kcf2.com/Jeff, place your order, and it will be shipped out to you tomorrow morning. Now, it is a physical product, so it gets shipped, and we ship worldwide. So no matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to get this. But the good news is your guarantee does not start until you receive the product, okay? So no shenanigans. Now, you're also going to receive an email, which is the Quick Start Guide email, and links to the Facebook group, and so you can come and say hi to me and Ty and everyone else in the group, and we'll get you started right away. So really, that's an extended guarantee, so it's really longer than 30 days because it doesn't start until you receive the course, and we'll get you going right away. So again, go over to www.kcf2.com/Jeff. Now, guys, you can't click this link. You do need to actually type this into the browser. So I want to make sure that everyone's getting in here. Put your names in the chat box for me once you've placed your orders so that I can keep track of those 15 virtual assistants. Otherwise, Ty will kill me. So again, you've got to go to www.kcf2.com/Jeff. Now, you'll also be able to see some video testimonials on that page. When you head over there, you'll be able to hear from Valerie. She'll show you inside her account of how she's and money she's making very quickly with this program. She's also in the Facebook group. You'll get to meet her. But we also have plenty of email testimonials that have come in for this. This one was from Vinny. He said, I made about $10 in November. Yes, $10. But in December, I made $950 in sales. And that does not include the KDP Select bonus. That is across 6 books, 3 published in December. I think I will hit around $3,000 to $4,000 in January. And I keep planning to add new titles. Like you, I have big plans for Kindle marketing, and I want to get into the 5- and 6-figure a month level. All right, guys, so we have lots of success stories with this. You can too. Go ahead. Go over to www.kcf2.com/Jeff and place your orders now. Jeff, are you still there, buddy?
Yes, I am. I had to turn my speaker back, my microphone on.
That's all right, mate. I just didn't. I know you've published a couple of books, so I didn't know if you just wanted to sort of add your 2 cents in here about the webinar and what your thoughts were.
Well, I mean, you've just broken it down. I did all this on my own. I didn't have, unfortunately, didn't have all this, and I didn't understand how easy it was to do this for all these other topics. What I published was actually related to offline marketing, but you have opened my eyes to, and I think delivered on the promise that I had sent out when I invited everybody to this webinar tonight. in terms of being able to open up a new line and stream of income, and you've simplified it. So if whether you've got a thriving business in offline marketing, or you don't have a thriving business and you're trying to make your first dollar in online or offline marketing, this to me is an obvious way of jumping in and taking advantage of what Ty and Tom have already learned, and as well as all their students. So this was a great presentation. You guys laid it right out on the table. I took some notes and screenshots myself.
That was awesome, man. I've had a lot of fun. You got a great group here, and everyone was very kind. And we've got some questions, I'm sure, coming in here. So we're going to show. I've got some more testimonials for you guys. We've got some questions as well. So I'm happy to hang around for a bit if you want to get them answered. Kevin says, how can you honestly say you wrote a book if you paid someone to write it? Kevin, that is a great question, okay? So you will be amazed at how many books are not written by the people that actually have their names on it. There are ghostwriters are full-time living. In fact, there are authors that are no longer alive that still publish books under pen names, and they're written by the publishing company, and it's written by a ghostwriter. So there's nothing disingenuous about it. You don't actually have to put your name on it. You can use a pen name, by the way. So if you do have a problem with that and you don't want to put your name on it, you can put a pen name on there. So you can just use a name. Lots of authors do this as well. You'd be surprised at some of the best-selling authors out there, their names that we know are not their real names, and they use it for anonymity so that they can protect their privacy and a bunch of other stuff. So you don't have to use your own name if you don't want to. I don't. I use pen names on my stuff because I'm in lots of different markets. So if I'm, say, doing a book on kite surfing, then how to kite surf, how to learn to kite surf, then and then I've got one on, say, gardening. It looks a bit weird if, Tommy Andrew is the author of a load of different stuff. So I don't do it. I use pen names as well. And the key here is the important thing is that the person doesn't care about the name of the author. They care about that you're getting value. So as long as you're creating really valuable content and helping people with your books, then the name doesn't matter. I hope that answers your question. I want to be as honest and upfront as possible about that. Michael says the order site has seemed to be in hang mode after placing the order button. This is just me. Michael, just what did you mean? Did you place your order, or what's going? We'll make sure you get in, buddy. So don't worry about that. And I'll make sure you get the bonuses as well. Okay, so Michael says yes, just no confirmation. Okay, Michael. I'm not sure because I can't check either here. Michael, make sure you put your details in there for me as well, so that in case for some reason if it doesn't. By the way, and if it goes through twice, Michael, we'll make sure we refund it immediately. So don't worry about that. If it happens to go through twice and you tried it again, but you should receive an email. If not, just go to support at Kindle Cash Flow.com. Support. I'm just putting that in the chat box for you. Sorry, guys, I can't type and talk at the same time. I'm a typical male. I can't do two things at once. Support. All right, support at KindleCashFlow.com. Yeah, so Michael, just stay on. We'll make sure this gets taken care of, and we get you in, buddy. Okay, again, you've got Steve Schreier. There's lots of testimonials, guys. If you just want to go and check out the video testimonials over at www.kcf2.com/Jeff. This is Steve Schreier. He'll talk about a couple of paddleboarding books that he's got up there, really interesting stuff. Again, you can go and listen to what Steve had to say. Or you've got the testimonial here from Dan Murphy. He says, I hope you had a great Christmas. Also, I don't have my final sales figures yet for December, but I'm definitely sure I cracked $900, maybe even $1,000. This is fantastic. So again, there's all sorts of levels. I don't want to overinflate it. Just tell you about our, $30,000 a month. We have Dan in here who's making $1,000 a month, and he's gone on to make a lot more than this now. Actually, he's making tens of thousands of dollars now. So again, you can do the same. Just go to www.ktf2.com/Jeff. We have Chris Brown here. Not the singer, but does live in California. Chris basically said, let's give you the relevant stuff here. We have now ended the month of December. I'm completing my 400th sale for the month. The income alone this month will cover half of my mortgage payment. Now, he lives in California, so I know his mortgage payment's pretty high. And he says, my family and I are ecstatic. I really want to thank you for your help and encouragement in teaching this amazing, life-changing opportunity. God bless you, man. So, guys, you can do the same. So he sold 400th sale, just a couple of books, and he's covered half of his mortgage payment. Again, guys, you can do this. I know you can. We've got people of all skill sets. So, again, go to www.ktf2.com/Jeff and place your order. Okay, guys. Scotty says, "What's the price?" Scott, if you go over to if you go over to the page, there are some pricing options. I believe there is a split payment and there is a one-time payment as well. And I believe there's a PayPal split payment option too. So many different payment options. So for anyone, just go over to www.ktf2.com/Jeff. Okay, guys, all right, guys, I will test so make sure this link's working here. So again, you can see the link should be here and clickable in the chat box here. So I'm going to put it in again, and I'll click on it for you guys, see what's happening. All right, guys, so I just clicked the link, and boom, here we are on the page. So, guys, this is the page you should be on. You've got a number of different payment options on here. If you come to the page, you'll see there's a bunch of testimonials on here. Here are your video testimonials. You can learn a bit more about the course and what's in it, and place your orders again. Here's Steve Schreier, that testimony I told you about. So, guys, if you just keep trying, we've got a lot of people on, so there's probably a lot of people trying to get here. So if you're having problems, maybe try a different browser. I use Chrome, as you can see, but it did work. But sometimes it can be a bit funny. So, again, just maybe try a different browser. Yeah, and go ahead, guys. Remember, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, guys. You can see here. So if for any reason you're not 100% happy, no problem. Just ask for a refund. But I'm pretty sure you're going to love this. And like I said, I'm here to help. Ty's here to help. You can see we've got tons of testimonials on here. And I can even show you the Facebook group on it here. So here we are. This is the Kindle Cash Flow Facebook group as well. You can see we've got 500 members in here, and people posting in here every day. We're in here. Jar Wars, another really successful student who helps out with this as well with questions. And you can see there's lots of good stuff going on in here as well, as opposed from me in there asking questions. So you guys, you've got a really good support group in here. So if you want us to critique your ebook covers, so you could post a cover in here and ask what we think of the cover, and if you need some help with the cover, we could do that. A title, if you need help with your titles, we can do it. Scotty said, entered my email and will not load. So Scott, is that trying to place your order? Is that where you're having problems? Because I know Michael said he may have been having a few issues there as well. Okay, good. So Scotty's saying the link's working now. Excellent. Cool. Excellent stuff. All right, so I'm just going back through some of the questions here. Tina asked, how long does the book need to be? What's the length of the book? Okay, well, Tina, the length of book is very, it's how long's a piece of string. It's however long it needs to be. Okay, the length of the book should be however long it needs to be. If you are, like I said, if you stick to what I do is one problem, one solution. So, you know, I'm not going to try and teach someone how to put a house together, build a house, but you could quite easily do someone how to build a chicken hut, right? That would be a pretty simple one, how to build a chicken coop. That would be a good one, and it would sell very, very well. And in fact, we'll give you some real other ninja research tips, and there's other ways you can test and look and see what else is selling really well on other platforms and then create them on Kindle as well. So yeah, if you stick with the one problem, one solution, it's a case of, you know, if you could tell me, if I have a bad back, if I have a back problem, and let's say you went to China and you came back with this incredible massage technique or stretching technique, and there's 3 stretches that can cure 90% of back pain by some Chinese monk that you were shown on your travels. You know, if I've got back pain and you can give that information to me, let's say you put it into a 5-page information, right? You just tell me what the stretches are. If I've got chronic back pain, I would pay you $5,000 for that information, right? Because I'm in chronic back pain and you've got the solution to my problem. So again, it's not so much about the length, it's about the value you're delivering and, you know, solving the problems for people. Deliver value, solve problems. So I hope that helped, that little analogy there helps put it into a little bit of perspective, because you don't need to get hung up on the length of books at all. All right, here. So, all right, guys. Well, listen, it looks like I've answered most of these questions. Guys, if you have any more questions, we're approaching the 2-hour mark, which is fantastic. You guys have been absolutely awesome, and I'm thrilled to have been on here, and you guys have been, like I said, great, and the feedback's been fantastic. So if you have any other questions, get them in now so that we will start to wrap this up. We've got a few of those virtual assistants left, so again, don't miss out on that. Remember, if you order on the webinar today, you're going to get your very own virtual assistant paid for by us for 40 hours. But you do have to be within the first 15 people to order. So please go and get your orders in. Don't wait. If you do, you will miss out on that. And that's such an amazing bonus. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed outsourcing. I mean, it's incredible, outsourcing. In fact, I enjoy outsourcing so much, I teach outsourcing now to people as well. It's and it all started with Kindle here. Okay, Michael, we'll definitely, Michael, can you give me your email address as well, please? And also make sure you come and find me on, here's my Facebook, so you can, if you just look me up on, you should see me on there. Just if you search for Tom Yandula on Facebook, I should be on there. But if not, you can just go directly to it by going to So that's Michael, that's my Facebook, and I will, I'm going to write your email down as well. But come and find me so that I'll make sure that gets taken care of. You've got contact information, you've got the support information. Okay, so we'll make sure we get you all taken care of. All right, guys. It has been a pleasure. Jeff, thank you so much for having me on, buddy. I think we can, it's about time we probably wrapped it up about now.
Yeah, thanks for both you and Ty being here, and this was very informative. It's a great program. If you're looking for an incremental source of revenue and income that doesn't obviously take much time, this is it. I mean, I think I'm very happy. I wish I had brought you guys forward a year ago when you first came out with this. So.
Yeah, it's timeless as well, man. So you guys are getting it at the right time. I mean, it's with tip of the iceberg, and it's also the beauty is it's very easy to outsource, and yeah, like Jeff said, even if you're just looking to make an extra, $1,000 a month, there is no easier way I know of than to do it than this way that we do it. And of course, you can grow it as big as you like because it's just a matter of adding some more books. And again, you can do this while you're on vacation. Those books are still going to sell no matter where you are, what you're doing. So yeah, it creates a real nice, wonderful lifestyle. It's also great if you have family and kids. Like I said, it's a home study course, so you can get your kids involved with it. It's a wonderful thing for them to be able to be interested in not just computer games, but maybe put some books and see themselves on Amazon as published authors. I know I've helped my brother get up and running on there. He's like 17 and able to say he's a published author now as well. So guys, thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. Jeff, thank you, buddy. And that's it from me. Again, my name's Tom Yandula, Jandula. Come find me on Facebook if you want to have any further questions. Happy to answer them for you. I wish you guys all the best of luck. Welcome those of you that have ordered. Can't wait to help you get your business up and running. And to the rest of you, everyone else, good luck as well in your businesses, and take action on this stuff. I mean, it does work. It works really well, and the information that I have shared with you, you can get cracking even after this webinar. So take action, and God bless, and look forward to speaking with you all again soon. Thanks a lot, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye, guys.